Hello, and thank you very much for joining me for another tarot reading today. If you're watching this the time that it was recorded, I would want to say that the energy that I'm feeling today it's quite balmy. Balmy is the word that's coming to mind, and I don't mean mad, but more like the other balmy, which means calm or kind of healing, a bit like a balm that you put on a burn. It feels a bit like that today, like a kind of gentleness in the day. And, you know, if you're finding this reading on any other day after it was published, you know, I would say that you're finding it for a reason, and maybe that's an energy that you can plug into today for yourself. Okay, let's take a look at what the cards have to say today. All right, we have the Seven of Swords reversed. The Seven of Swords reversed. Okay. This speaks to me, in a sense, usually when I see the Seven of Swords reversed, it's speaking about imposter syndrome, or speaking about a feeling where you might think that you don't belong in a space, that you don't deserve to be in a space, and you feel out of place. You feel like you don't belong. You feel uncomfortable. You feel like you're not enough. And so that's kind of what's coming through today, that there may be a feeling in you around not deserving to shine your light, or not deserving to be in a certain space or to go somewhere, feeling like you don't really fit in, or that people might judge you or stare at you, or, you know, whatever, might look at you or make you feel unwelcome. So it's definitely that energy coming through, I would say. Let's move on and see what else comes up. The Two of Cups. Beautiful. Okay. What this kind of combination is really saying to me is that even though you might feel like you don't belong, you know, maybe you're planning to go somewhere or do something, and you sort of feel a bit like, oh, this isn't really, you know, I don't deserve to be in this space. I don't really fit in here. I'm going to show myself up. People are going to make me feel unwelcome. You know, I should just stay at home and just keep to myself. While you may be feeling those things, one really beautiful thing about the Seven of Swords reversed is that it's almost talking about stripping away any layers of deception in oneself. You know, if you are feeling imposter syndrome, if you are feeling that insecurity, you're not lying to yourself about your insecurities, about how you're feeling. You're owning it, right? And the problem comes when we start to let that control our actions in life. When we start to let that imposter syndrome stop us from actually showing up in the world. But it's okay to actually have those feelings in the first place. And it's really, really wonderful to kind of own them and say, yeah, I can see that I feel this way. I can see that I feel like I don't belong here. I can see that I feel like I'm not enough, but I'm going to go and do it anyway. I'm going to show up anyway, right? And what this is saying to me with the Two of Cups is that today really is a day to kind of do things anyway, and to do them with loved ones. You don't have to do it on your own. You know, if you feel uncomfortable doing something, or you feel like it's intimidating, there's nothing to say that you can't bring someone else along that you love, that can support you in that situation. right? That can be with you, that can hold your hand. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing weak about that. And today's a really beautiful day to step into something where you might feel like you've never done it before, you don't feel like you would necessarily fit in that situation. It doesn't fit your idea of who you are in your mind. And to do that with somebody that you love, right? To let them know that that's what you're feeling, and that that you want them to support you through it, to be your cheerleader. That's a really beautiful energy. I mean, I'll give you an example of, me, of today. It's a really beautiful sunny day here, so we are planning to go outside, and go to the beach. And it's been a really long time since I've been to the beach. It means wearing a swimsuit, which is something I haven't done for a really long time, and I feel a little bit insecure about it. I feel like, do I look good enough in this? Am I going to show myself up? Am I going to feel really out of place? Should I even be on this beach doing this? But knowing that my partner is going to be with me, my partner's coming along, and really this is about us spending time together. It's not about the rest of the world. It's not about the way I look, or how I'm presenting myself to the world. It's all about how I want to spend that time. It's all about spending quality time with my loved one. And so him being there really supports me to kind of move through that, and to say, no, I can wear a swimsuit. I can go to the beach. I can do all those things and enjoy myself. And there's nothing out of place about that. Okay, let's look at our final card for today. The Chariot. Beautiful. Beautiful, strong energy. And it really just reinforces what all of this is saying. That, sometimes you do have to kind of push through some insecurities. You do have to kind of apply some force, some acceleration through those insecurities. Look them in the eye, acknowledge that they're there, accept that they're there, find support where you can, and support comes in company. Find that support, and then just push through it. Do your best. Apply some energy towards trying to change any story that you have about yourself. Right? So that's what that Chariot card is really speaking about. And I think this is a really beautiful energy, because there's so much hope in it as well, and an understanding that you are constantly on a journey within yourself. And once you step out of one comfort zone, you're able to expand your comfort zone, but there's always room to keep expanding it. There's always something else that you might fear. There's always something else that you might feel insecure about. There's always something else that might feel like a limitation in your life. And really, the limitations are all in your mind, right? We put limitations on ourselves because we worry about being rejected or abandoned or judged or criticized. But really, the Chariot is all about kind of expanding that comfort zone bit by bit, and facing a fear bit by bit, just moving towards something new every day, and understanding that that's an ongoing journey that never really ends. But you really kind of reach yourself, your higher self, more and more. You reach towards that more and more, the more you can do that. So why not start today? So maybe today really does involve a little bit of digging, a little bit of looking at where you might be feeling like you're not good enough, where you might be worried about being judged or being rejected or not welcome. Seeing who you can enlist as support to help you kind of face up to that situation, to do something that proves to yourself that you don't have to hold that story in your head anymore. Find people that can support you and then really just make a commitment to push through it, and to understand that that's just a part of your journey, and that is the way forwards. Okay, so thank you so much for watching today's reading. I hope it's been helpful. You know, if you are going to take on this action, I would really encourage you to do it in a gentle way. As I said, there is a lot of calmness in the energy of today. So it's a really wonderful day to start taking steps towards something like this, where you can stay grounded. Yeah. So thank you very much, and I will see you again tomorrow.